Here at KFOA Media Day with the head coach of the Kings Academy, Jonathan Sellars. And Coach, entering year 4 now for you, what's different in terms of maybe the players that you have that are coming out for football and where the program is? What's different for you now this year?
I definitely think our program's growing. So we play Division II single-A football, which is not something that a lot of people in the Knoxville area know about, because our entire region is either in Nashville or Chattanooga. So in Division II single-A, your average roster size somewhere in that like 35 to 40. And for a long time, we kind of lived in the lower 20s, and we finally built our roster up to where we're consistently upper 20s, 30-man rosters. I think the program's definitely going in the right direction. We've made it to the quarterfinals 4 of the last 5 years. I always joke that we're kind of just a little hidden gem up at the scene. We're just trying to get a couple of people to figure out who we are.
So you said you made it to the quarterfinals a couple of times, including last year. From your vantage point as a coach, what do you think it will take to get you over that hump?
What I've been telling a lot of people today is I think that we have a bunch of really good kids that, whenever it's their time as seniors, they do a good job at setting the standard, and then the next group always does a really good job at trying to beat that standard. So we got a pretty big senior class this year, and I think those guys and their leadership really is going to be able to help us get back to that point and then possibly be able to continue and move forward in the playoffs when we get there.
Talk about the two guys you brought with you in Riley and Connor.
Riley, he's a kid that this is going to be his 4th year starting for us at inside linebacker. He also plays some tight end for us as well. And he's a great kid, and he's kind of the leader of the team. He's really took on that role. He's kind of the guy that everybody responds to when he talks. And then Connor, he's a guy that his development from the time he got in our program and to where he's at as a senior has been unbelievable. He's really went from a guy that, we always thought, hey, he's going to be a role player for us, to a guy that, he's one of the really big-time guys for us up front that has now started for 3 seasons and, kind of commands, the level that we play at on the offensive line.
And what about at quarterback? I know it's always a key position for everybody.
Yes, sir. So we returned Elijah Williams-Smith, who transferred in last season. He'll be a junior this season, and he's kind of one of those dual threat guys that is extremely athletic, and I think you're going to see big growth out of him this year. Last year when he got here to our program, it was July, and he kind of had to figure out the entire offense in about 40 days. So now he's had an entire off season. He's really learned and grown inside of our offense and what we're trying to do. So I'm expecting him to really take a leap this year and sharpen a lot of those skills that he has in a very large tournament.
Obviously a lot of guys need to improve for you guys to have team success, and you mentioned the big senior class that you have. Is there maybe a little bit younger player that you've seen that we haven't talked about yet, you've seen take a jump that you think can be a really big part of your team success this year?
Yeah, we have a couple of guys. So Luke Jones is going to be a junior. He's a guy that we're really looking to kind of fill in one of those spots that we're missing on the offensive line. He's a guy that's been in our program for a long time. Another guy, he's not a young guy, but he's kind of always been in the shadows, Tanner Norris. So he's going to be our running back this season, and he's been behind the Keelan McAfee, who's been an All-State kid for forever for us. He finally graduated, so Norris is going to go from being the guy that kind of relieves Keelan to being the guy, and I'm really excited to see how he does in that role.
Awesome. Coach, great to talk to you. All the best this year.
Yes, sir. Same to you guys.
That is the Kings Academy head coach, Jonathan Sellars.